Hello everybody and welcome back to Survival with Fix. Well, they changed it on us. They changed everything we thought we knew. We thought we knew villagers, but it's about to get a lot worse. So I'm gonna spend the day, my last day before my last video, maxing out my villagers. Oh, hey zombie, what's going on down there? Just holding an item with name tag, never gonna despawn. That's right, because I'm gonna cure these guys and I'm gonna get all the books I'm ever gonna need ever for the history and forever of this world. So that's what I want to do. You know, this was a hardcore world. I don't know why I did the villager thing, because if you die in a hardcore world, well, it doesn't matter if you can get all your books back, but now it's not. It's a survival world, so I could die and I could lose all my stuff, and that would be... What? Where'd this guy go? That guy's just gone. My Fletcher trader is just gone. That's weird. First thing I need to do is I need to find my end portal, but from the overground. Overground? From the ground that's over it. You know what I mean? My nether portal actually goes into that room, and I haven't had to look for it since, I don't know, like episode 3 of this series, like 50 some episodes ago. I know we're on episode 36, but remember the hardcore series counts too, so we're well over 50. So, somewhere over in this general area is my actual end portal, and I'm pretty sure what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to find, like, the hole in the ground that I dug down to find the fortress. And man, I don't know exactly where that is. This is going to take a little while. Okay, I was flying looking for this place, and I think I'm really close. And look what I found. I found a village, and there's actually villagers sleeping here that are somehow still alive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block these dudes in right there, because they may be the closest and the easiest way for me to get any villagers over to start a breeding thing in the end. Any village? Oh, there's not even a bed in that one. Jeez. Okay. Where do you sleep, my man? Okay, so we are here on the Titan station, and this is where I want my villagers. This is the future, you know, this is the future of the series. This is where we're gonna get our defenses ready for the invasion and, well, attack by Cal. So we need to figure out where we're gonna put villagers in this entire giant thing. And man, yeah, I don't have a great idea, honestly. So this is going to be the redstone lab. This is going to be where I eventually teach myself how to do redstone up here. Trust me, I'm going to learn someday. So I can't put it here where this lab is. What the heck is up there? It's like the ceiling is dripping. That looks so cool. It must be water. I don't know why there would be water above there. I actually don't remember. But yeah, eventually we're going to do redstone lab here. So that's not going to work. I don't really know. Up here, once we get up to this point, then we're into like the cactus farm sniffer area. I am going to double the sniffer area eventually. Up there is sort of the biodome as far as food and stuff goes. So that also not really a possibility. So if you go around here to this layer right here, let's see. This layer here has kind of our park. This is gonna be where people kind of hang out. This is our smelting and stuff. That's our giant lava production. That's our super smelters. Do we have 4? I think. Do I have 4 super smelters? I have at least 2. It looks like I only have 2. I always planned on doing 4, but I think I got distracted. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna have 4 or even 6 super smelters here. This is gonna be my awesome, amazing super smelter. Look how bright and cheery it is. It's really cool. So again, this area here, not great, like not a great solution. So I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to build an area for villagers. And if I'm gonna do it, I can kind of do it any level I want once I sort of commit to that's what we're going to do. Because one level down below this is actually where the storage area is. So I could just go off of the storage area if I wanted to. Somehow you get down, and honestly, I just don't know how. Is it here? Yeah, this is it. So yeah, you can see this is my storage area. Oh, hold on. Hold everything. What about right here? What if I made this my... Oh, what if I made this my villager trading area? This could be cool. We could just come right off of here. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. This is going to be it. We are going to make villagers. We're going to have 1 breeder, and then we're going to have boom, 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 villagers. Villagers out the butt. We're going to have so many villagers. This is going to be amazing, but I need to set up my breeder first, and the breeder is going to be on the side of where we get in. So if I look, I think you get in down here on the south. So the breeder's actually going to be... Is this south? Yeah, this is south. Okay, so the breeder's actually going to be over this way. So all we're going to have to do is set up a platform for my breeding, and then just somehow, and this is going to be the tricky part, somehow I'm going to have to get 2 villagers here. And I don't... Is that not... I'll figure it out. I'm back in the overworld now, and now I have a way down to my nether portal, which is absolutely awesome. I need to find a village that is on the water. I mean, I don't want to have to make a giant path. I have to do enough giant paths, quite a few giant paths, and I need to have a place where I can bring a boat right up to here. Oh, and you know what? What is that? Is that a ruin? That's an ocean ruin, isn't it? Let's go over and investigate. Oh, I think it's an ocean ruin. I thought it was a village, but darn it. No, I don't think so. What is that? It's like an on-ground, or it's like a beached ocean ruin. I've never seen one like that before. Could that be archaeology that could do that? That's so weird. Huh. Well, I don't have a brush, so I'm going to let this one go. But I do need to find a village, so I'm going to go in search of one that's going to be right here on the water. Well, you know, I thought I was brilliant because I've used these furnace minecarts to move mobs before, and actually it's really great to go uphill. You can save powered rails if you just use a furnace minecart and like 1 piece of coal. But I couldn't interact with it for some reason, which was really weird. Like even with an empty hand, shift click, nothing, I can't open it. I don't know if that's a bug or if I'm just an idiot and can't figure out what to do, but yeah, I just can't. So while I was messing around with this, my villagers who were stuck in a boat at the time got picked up by a just regular minecart, and they just go forever, which I did not know. They just go and go and go. So they went right up the hill. They went right up the hill in the boat with the minecart without me even needing to push or anything. Is that the way it's intended? Can boat minecarts just go forever? I did not know that if that's the case, but regardless, I got my 2 villagers just right up there, sitting there in a boat, waiting for me to build them a new home. So the first thing we're gonna do is do villager breeder. Now, I've decided what I want to do is I actually want to do a triple villager breeder because I don't want to wait forever. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be building out 3 wings going that way, and that way from right up there to house my villager breeders. And then while they're breeding, I am going to make a absolutely massive potato farm because I need to feed them somehow. So we're going to have farm, yeah, I got a lot of building, so let's go into time-lapse mode and see what we can come up with. So I had to return back to Steelport to grab as many potatoes as I can. I don't have that many potatoes. Steelport is basically a wheat factory, so I'm gonna have to, oh man, I'm gonna have to raid basically all my farms because I have not been letting my potatoes grow. Like I haven't been AFK in an area where that has been happening. So yeah, I really need to figure out where I'm going to plant these in the end. So while I'm working on the space station, the Titan station, then all these potatoes are growing because I'm going to need 3 villagers worth of potatoes, 3 villager breeders worth of potatoes. And on top of that, I'm going to need a lot more stuff just for trades and everything because I am going to have a bunch of farmers there, and probably potatoes are going to be one of my main crops as I sort of cure and infect and cure and infect and cure before 1.20.2 comes out. I got to hurry. Hey, check it out. I made it back with a whole bunch of potatoes and carrots, and look at that, I got my first baby villager. I mean, these dudes were ready to go. They made that baby pop out in like record time. So now what I need to do is I need to get some wood, because what I'll do is I'll put trapdoors on the outside of this thing, and ideally what should happen, if I know how to do anything, which I don't know if I do, is the baby should just like walk right out at some point thinking that the trapdoor is a real block. So I kind of need to hurry and make sure that this gets done before the baby grows up. But yeah, then we can start getting villagers. So I need 4 more villagers to set up my 3 breeders, and then we're gonna start moving villagers. But I'm gonna have to build like the big trading hall. But yeah, all right, we gotta go. Oh, baby, some work has been done, and it's starting to look pretty darn nice. I don't even have a block to get up here. Okay, so if you go up here, I have the complete farm. It's 64 blocks long, as is typical with me. And I have, if I drop down in, I think this one, yeah, I need a way up and down yet. But I got my 2 villagers right there and just ready to be freed, which actually, I need a block. Can I grab a block and still get up there? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Well, that's... As I was saying, I got these, now I have my 6 villagers all set up and ready to be bred. Now, they are going to need food. They're going to need a lot of food. So, I'm going to start... oh, look, these guys are already going. I think those guys are going too. And as they produce villagers, hopefully by the dozen and dozen, I'm going to be taking them right down these stairs and putting them in different places. So I'm gonna have different wings. And I think the wings for these trading halls are gonna be fairly large, because again, this is my super giant villager trading hall area forever in this world for 1,000,000 billion years. So I'm gonna have to build it out. I'm gonna start with farmers, because over top of it, I want to build a farm. That's going to be my big emerald factory. And I'm going to need to plant the stuff. I'm going to need to plant a lot of crops, which is probably going to be almost entirely just like one crop. That way I don't have to worry about different crops. So probably just like, well, I think you can trade multiple things, right? So maybe carrots and potatoes or something like that. Anyway, regardless, we'll do all that stuff down the road. But I need to get to building, so I think it's time to go get some terracotta, because I'm just about out. I'm returning from the Nether after doing just an absolute ton of villager stuff over in the space station, because I needed a lot of potions and I basically have no blaze rods. So I just did some manual blaze rod farming. I'm really going to have to build a blaze farm at some point soon, because that was tedious. Hey everybody, it's me, IRL Fix. Kind of. This is a little bit different. I just want to give you a heads up about the lore segment. So, the program I use to do most of my animation is called Mine Imitor, and it is currently not supporting 1.20, which means I have 2 choices. Either I learn Blender all the way through, I know it a little bit, but not that much, or I just kind of wait. I'm going to choose to wait, because here's the deal. I'm going to be doing a full 5K movie, which is going to involve using my supporter's kingdom. That's already been updated to 1.20, so I can't really downgrade it because use a bunch of the new blocks and all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to have to kind of wait while I work on the script and all that kind of stuff. So for the next few videos, there's not going to be lore segments. That's okay, though. We'll still be talking about lore within the videos and all that kind of stuff. But trust me, I'm working on the lore in the background, and we'll update that as soon as we can with more segments, okay? Hope you understand. I'm here in Sandgill because I really want to use dark glass. What's that stuff called? Yeah, maybe it's called dark glass. I don't know. The glass that won't let in light, because I want to have a mushroom farm, but I also want to make it look really good in the space station at the end. And if I want to do that, look at this. Look at this cave. Can you even see it? It's probably too dark for you to even see, but there's an amethyst. There's a there it is, right over there, I think. Is that it? That's the polished basalt, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, baby. How do you get in here? What the heck, man? Is this thing completely closed? Is this just an extra one? This might not even be the first one I meant to find. What the heck? All right. Well, anyway, so I'm farming amethyst here because okay, you jerk zombie. Because what I want to do is I want to get that dark glass and then make a mushroom farm. So, oh, that's one, right? Oh boy, I don't want to break. Okay, there we go. Okay, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna grab all these things and I'll meet you back at the space station. Well, here we go. So I have all my farmer villagers are already infected, but they're not cured yet because the first cures I want to do are for these 5 librarians. Now, these 5 librarians are going to be just my bookcase and paper trades. This is going to be where I get all my books. So these guys got to get infected and reinfected a few more times. I'll be using the bookcases actually to make more lecterns to fill up this entire room with lecterns to get all of my trades. There's going to be one blank spot probably right here until the end to sort of separate where these 5 dudes are and this one. This guy really does not want to get cured. So I'm waiting for him and then we'll go, oh, more infection. All right, let's go, guys. Come on, zombie. Well, the next thing I need to do is have to go and get a lot more materials. So I filled up 2 shulkers with cobblestone and 2 shulkers with all the dirt I have, I think, in this world. I don't think I have any more. And I'm going to now go and get a whole bunch of sea lanterns. 2 shulkers for now, and I don't even think that's going to be enough. But at least we should be able to get started with that and then get back into building. My goodness, this build is enormous. I've done several live streams since the last clip, and let's check out, oh, my librarian wing. Look at this. I actually got every single available enchant up to the max level in this entire place, and these guys over here on the left side have already been cured once. I'm getting ready to cure them a second time, and these dudes over here are getting ready to get cured for the very first time. So I have a lot more work to go, but I am very happy. I don't love the chest being up there. That's going to move in time, probably just 1 block above, because actually I think it'll open with that sea lantern above it, so that should work out quite nicely. But yeah, I'm psyched about this. Hey, you one dude, I need you to get infected. Go meet your zombie friend. Anyway, I think we're in a good place here. I got some major curing to do. I just got a whole bunch of farming just for emeralds and stuff like that, because these books, even after a couple cures, they're still kind of expensive, and I want to start, you know, putting, especially the ones I really want a lot of, like, for example, Mending and Unbreaking 3 and all that kind of stuff. I want to start stockpiling those because I think they're going to be harder to get very soon. So I've been looking for something to listen to or watch because I finished my last audiobook, a Stephen King book, really good, but I'm done with it and I'm not feeling audiobook right now. So instead, I am switching to finally watching a series that I hypothetically love, although I've fallen off every time I've tried to watch it. I'm going to be watching The Expanse while I do all this grind because I want to do a space station vibey kind of show. I was actually looking to watch Star Trek The Next Generation again, even though I've watched it a couple times through, but it's on Paramount, and I don't have Paramount right now, so instead we're going to go with The Expanse, which I love the first season, and then I just sort of haven't been able to get into the following seasons, but that's all going to change because I'm going to be watching it while I'm playing. So if you have never seen The Expanse, it's on Prime, you should watch it with me, and we can discuss it in Discord. But now I'm headed back to the overworld because I need Spider Eye, and I have a ton of them in Steelport, but also I need to set up a sugarcane farm here in the end, because I am using a lot of sugar for these spider eyes. So let's just do probably a fairly minimal manual sugarcane farm here. I don't think I need to do a big automated one. Maybe we'll do a big automated one in Gabor or somewhere that makes a little bit more sense. Oh my goodness, I have absolutely not spent time in Steelport at all, and that's a problem because that's where my big sugarcane farm is. However, I do have one over here in New Hope. If you remember, it's just been a while since we've seen it. I don't know if it... Oh, no. I have harvested it recently. I don't need a lot of sugarcane, but... yeah, that should do nicely. Okay, that should be good. Alright, for a quick trip over to the Fixxiverse theme park to grab a whole bunch of dirt, which I did not have, and then I went over to Gabor and grabbed dirt, which I did have. I now am pretty darn stocked up for a good little while. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to figure out how to make this transfer. Okay, dirt's got to go in the ground. I should have dropped that off first, but I forgot my whole inventory was jammed. That's okay. I'll pick you up before 5 minutes. Don't even worry about it. And then up over here, I'm going to put in the spider eyes. That'll be just fine, and then we'll have to make just a little bit more storage just to get through, well, this transfer. I have an interesting decision here coming up because, you know, the initial first thought is that I should put the sugarcane farm with the farmers, right? Thus, you know, it's a farm, farmers, all that kind of stuff. But I don't know that that makes sense because it's not a trade at all. By the way, look at how much stuff we've added. I think maybe it belongs up here connected to the lab, actually maybe a little bit better. So, I mean, we could go all the way up. Like we could do maybe an automated farm up here by the sniffers or by the cactus. Ooh, you know what? I have not checked out what the sniffers have done in a long while. Should we check this out? Let's go just see if they found a whole bunch of... it's been a really long... Oh, look at that. 64 torchflower seeds, 64 pitcher bars, and that's just from one. What do you got over here? About the same. Over a stack of each. Here's over another stack over there. What's over here? Oh, man. This is such a great system. Now, I want to keep an eye on this because I want to know... That's 8, right? I want to know if these guys have checked out every single area because what I may have to do is move them because once they've checked out all the areas here, they can't do it anymore. Though that seems like that's not 64 blocks, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, wait a second now. Hold up. Maybe that doesn't work on Moss because I mean, I have a lot more drops than there are blocks there, right? I mean, I think it's just like 7 times 8 or 7 times 9 or something like that, and I have well over probably 2.5 stacks. Huh? Interesting. I don't know. I thought they could only investigate each one once, but look, these dudes are apparently still going. Maybe they'll just go forever. That would be the greatest thing. I wouldn't have to move. My whole plan was I was going to just basically switch. After these guys were all exploited, I would just switch them. Put this guy over there and this guy over there, and then move this guy over there and that guy over here. You know, like each one can do 4. And then that's it, but maybe not. I don't know. You'll have to let me know in a comment if that's indeed, if I'm not understanding the way sniffers are working or not. So instead of that, let's do a little bit of building here. We're on officially day 4939, and I gotta really get to some building. So this is the brewing area for the lab. So what I'm thinking is maybe we go out this door and do a sugarcane farm kind of extending out this way. I think that could be kind of cool, a little bit different. So what I did to start it is I grabbed a whole bunch of white terracotta and a whole bunch of purple block, and we're gonna build out of that to start with. Oh boy, well, see you later, concrete. You're going in the void. I've kind of hit a place where I have nothing to do right now because these villagers, I'm trying to convert these back into zombies, and for some reason it's really taking a long time. I guess the row is super duper long, so sometimes the zombie gets sort of stuck where he can't sense a villager, so I just have to wait until he wanders around and kills them all, because you can see there's a few that are just waiting to be converted. However, my villager breeder is getting very full because there's one more villager station that I want to do, and that's for clerics, because I want a source of a glowstone. We did a live stream where I spent a lot of time, I can cure all these guys actually. We spent a lot of time deciding what my sort of fourth and final wing would be, because if you don't understand, let me show you here on the free cam. So I have 4 wings from this sort of circle area right here. One is my villager breeder, which is right here. This is where the actual villager babies come from. And then over here is my farming area. And then over here is my librarian area, and then I have this area right here. And I decided that since I have 4 wings, I want to have 4 different villagers, and I looked at all the different options. And there are options like armor smith and toolsmith, all this stuff, but honestly in this world, I don't need that. Like, if I do die and if I do lose my tools, first I have at least 2 sets of backups already made that are like netherite and fully enchanted. But even if I didn't, I'm gonna have all these books, so it's not gonna be that hard for me to remake my stuff because I have diamonds coming out of my butt. I have so many diamonds, so I don't think that's gonna be a big problem. So I don't need really tools, I don't need armor, I don't need really any of the other stuff. The one thing that I could use though that is really painful to get is glowstone. So I'd like to get a glowstone farm. So right over there is going to be the cleric area. So I'm going to cure all these guys, and then we're going to get building to a nice little cleric trading station. It's not going to be as big as what these two are, because this is my emerald factory for farmers. This is for every single book. This is just going to be for glowstone. So I'm probably going to get more like, instead of over here where I probably have about 50 or more villagers, over here I'm going to go for more like 20 maybe. So about half size. Another trading station all ready to go. Check it out. Oh, there's 40 cleric stations. So yeah, all my talk about only doing 20. It's out the window. So I do occasionally do these ports, and we're just going to use a little bit of pretending right now. I mean, this whole game is kind of pretending, isn't it? But so these are ways I can fly in to get around this area a little bit faster. We're just going to pretend like if it's a round portal that there's like a force field that keeps, because I don't want to have glass. I want to be able to just get in. So yeah, but I think it looks really cool. It looks very, very sort of futuristic. We're definitely going to add more stuff, more like glowstone things and all that kind of stuff, but now it's time to start bussing in the villagers. We're officially on day 4957, so I really want to have this done by day 5000. So time is of the essence there. It's time to get going. I need 40 more villagers plus 4 zombies. Let's go. Oh man, this is going to take so long. This is just the second one, but I have a lot of villagers saved up, so I don't think I have 40, but I have quite a few because I've been building this for so long. All my farms are grown, so I've just been chucking carrots at them like crazy. It's always good to walk around whenever you get the world downloads, because as I'm naming all of these zombies, I am just naming them after supporters, just random supporters that I see on my Discord there. By the way, if you're a member and you don't have your Discord link, make sure you do that, because that's going to be how you sign up for the Realm of Vaesen. Your YouTube membership and your Discord have to be linked. All right, well, we got to continue on here, but I'm getting a lot of stuff done. We're getting close. I'm actually ready to cure my next zombie, or well, rather to infect my next zombie and then send him in. So I'm going to be halfway done after I get one more zombie loaded up here. Well, a good bit of time later, I just returned from the Nether to get a whole bunch more gold, and unfortunately, I think I had my camera account, my secondary account that was just AFK there in the Nether, there for too long because my storage system got completely jammed, and I don't know how to fix it, so it's kind of broken right now. I mean, the farm works great, but just everything goes in any random chest, so blah for that. I'll have to watch the tutorial again and learn how to do it. But I got all these guys in here. Right now I'm working on curing them a few more times. These are all my clerics, so if you look over here, I did one redstone trade with each of them, and now I'm just waiting for them all to get infected. I don't want to walk by, because if I walk by, the zombie will see me and stop attacking. So once he starts attacking, it takes a little while. It takes longer than I kind of wish it did. But I want to start working on now some aesthetics while I wait for all the conversions, because I have a ton of gold. I have about 3 shulkers of gold, so I want to cure these guys about 4 or 5 times probably and get that down to 1 rotten flesh per emerald. That's going to be a nice emerald factory, because then I can basically convert emeralds right into glowstone, which would be really nice. And these guys, guess what, dudes? You're done. You did your job. I kept 1 villager here extra just in case I have someone despawn. Looks like there might be 3 up there, actually. But so yeah, my breeder gets to take a little bit of a break. So now I can start using those carrots and stuff for my emerald factory for the farm. I do want to continue breeding or curing these guys, rather, because if I look at this, I'm down to 1 carrot, which is great, but 4 potatoes, I think I can do better. So I think what I'm going to do, oh, these are actually my carrots. Over here, these are my potato dudes, and yeah, you can see one potato. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to lower all these guys down and get these guys all converted. By the way, if you're wondering what this is, there is a bedrock There's a bedrock right there. You know how at the top of the obsidian pillars in the end island, there's those rando bedrocks there? So yeah, there's a bedrock right there. Maybe one day I'll take the time to actually break it, because I know there's a couple ways to break bedrock in the game, some like, glitch it out sort of methods, and so maybe I'll do that at one point, but that's not a priority right now. So I'm gonna get all these guys converted again, maybe last time, maybe if I can get it down to 1 potato per trade, that'd be really nice, and then I won't have to do this anymore. And then I can work on really my librarian villagers, because yeah, they are probably the ones in most need of some serious work. Part of the problem is that the aisle that I have is really, really long, and I only have 1 zombie per, so it takes a really long time to convert all these guys. Now, the good news is I only got to do it a couple of times, but yeah, you can just see all these guys they're just down there not being converted. And I've been messing with clerics for a long time, and they're still not converted. So, well, let's see how long this takes. Well, at this point now, I have done pretty much everything I really intended to do this episode, which is really just exploit the crap out of my villagers. So, let me just show you around now that it is basically done. All my farming villagers are all down to 1 carrot and 1 potato each. So this is a really nice emerald factory. This, I do think I'll expand at some point. You can see there's no roof here, obviously. I think what I'm going to do is expand the pumpkin and melon farm, maybe dramatically more, because I've been on quite a bit working on this episode here, and you can see even these regular single chests aren't even filled. So I think what I may end up doing is expanding like maybe a little stairway down, a lot more storage, and just a lot more farm here. Maybe. Well, we'll see. I'm not in a big hurry, because honestly, I have this over here, and I harvested only 1 row, like one of these 4, like, well, 4 rows. I harvested 4 rows, and it maxed out all my villagers. So, I mean, I get a lot of emeralds just from this, but that's not all. I have really kind of like 3 distinct emerald factories here, and it's really, really good. In fact, actually, the villagers are a pretty good emerald factory too. I still need to reconvert these. Some of these guys aren't down quite as cheap as I'd like. Actually, that one is, but as you, see this one's 7. I'd like that to be 1, so I can do a pretty major sugarcane factory down the road here, and again, just emerald factory completely. All these guys are really good, but what I discovered is if I go down here, because I was starting to try to max out some of these guys, but I don't want to get a lot more books, because if you look, I have basically a regular chest completely full, except for I think 1 or 2 in each one, but basically full of all these books. That's all I'm ever going to need ever in this world, really. But I discovered that a lot of these guys have, well, of course, none that are showing it right now, but a lot of these guys have book trades, have this book trade for emeralds, and I'm getting so many bookshelves too. So that also is kind of an emerald factory. I need to spend some time here. It is really a pain to get these all these guys infected, because the zombies get sort of caught. I started the beginnings of working on this area, making this look a little bit more sci-fi, a little bit more futuristic. I can't do anything about the chest, because the chest texture is what it is, and I don't want to go barrels, because so many of these are just completely full. Actually, none of these over here are full, but like if you look over here, like all of these are just totally full of endstone, obsidian. I mean, they are just completely jammed of stuff. So that all being said, I can't go with 2 barrels, because it'll just completely fill it up. So we're gonna have to stick with chests, and that's okay, but it is what it is. I really want to make this room, the storage room, look a lot better. I want to make it look kind of like a server room from the Silo series from Wool. I think that'd be really, really cool. But if you look over this way, so we just did this. So if I want to get the zombies to see the villagers a little bit better, I can take my Silk Touch pickaxe and just break this one and put in a wall instead. And what I found is that will allow the zombie to go right down the line and see all the villagers. So, another nice thing I'm getting from all these librarian villagers is I'm getting a ton of glass. And it still keeps them safe, because it's only 1 tall, so they're still completely safe, but the zombie will work its way right down the line then. See, here, I'm using free cam, but you have to block yourself off. This is how I've been converting all my villagers. I hide from the zombie, and then as soon as I hide, as soon as he can't see me, he'll go right into attack mode. It's kind of a pain, but I found it's the best way to quickly infect them and then quickly convert them. In the last room, my fourth and final wing of my villager expansion to the space station is my cleric hall. So this is a place where I can get all the glowstone I want. I think I end up getting nearly 4 stacks of glowstone from one round of trading. I mean, nothing else is super worthwhile. You can get bottles of experience too, I guess, but I do have a gold farm and an ender and a guardian farm, so not absolutely necessary. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with this. So I think what we're gonna do, because I have around like 20 days left maybe until day 5,000, so no point in doing another episode with that amount of time. Can't really get a lot accomplished. So what we're gonna do instead, we're gonna spend some time beautifying the space station, just working in the atmosphere and just doing some cool little things. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it live or maybe put on a Star Trek movie or something like that and watch it, but yeah, man, we're getting there. We're getting there. The space station is coming along. I cannot believe how many villagers I have. I wanted to bring you in very quickly because I am kind of stunned. So I needed glass for a project I want to do, which is actually a way to get up. There's no way to get up to this passage. I just kind of realized I've just been flying up every time, and that's not ideal. So I'm going to be making a passage, like sort of a bubble elevator to get up here, and also an elevator from the absolute top going all the way down that you can enter at any level. Because right now that's a little bit of a problem. It's kind of hard to get down. It's easy to go up because I have all these elevators. Tough to go down. But I just traded with only one side of my librarian villagers, only for glass, and then occasionally books or bookcases. And look how much glass I got. That's just from half. So I can basically fill up my inventory once I get the other side cured, which is actually what I'm going to do next. The other side has just got zombified over there. Once I get them cured, I should ideally be able to fill up my entire inventory of glass just from trading. I mean, I may never have to go to my stupid mining desert like ever again. This is awesome. Well, I tried to do a new kind of live stream idea that I may end up doing more and more, just like a very chill members only live stream where if I'm just doing some building, I may just hit the go live button, put on music, just jam along, whatever, just do some building. And I worked up this staircase and stuff like that. So yeah, it's okay. And there's like double staircase. They go either side and comes up here. I think it might end up needing some supports maybe. I don't know if a staircase fits the idea of a space station necessarily. I mean, yeah, we obviously have gravity here, right? Because I'm not floating up in the sky. I mean, both not just in game, but like in lore, we have gravity here, obviously. But stairs feel a little bit weird. I'm gonna have to get a little bit of getting used to. Maybe I'll get, instead of support from the bottom, maybe I'll do something like hanging down supports. I don't know, just to try to make it look like something else, because this is it just looks like it's floating, like that stairway right there, but it's okay. I mean, it's a good start. So I do want to continue working on the servers and stuff like that. And actually another thing I really want to do is I want to add some nature in here. I want to really, greenery up the place, not over. I don't want to have hanging vines and stuff. I want manicured nature. So I want like planting pots and all that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely gonna be doing that. In fact, I think I'm gonna do that next, because there's a specific place that really needs to be done, and then we've got to address the ender. So I started working on this nature ring out here because this has been sitting here for a really long time and I want it to look really good. So what we got is we have a path, and I removed all the torches and I put in all these little elevation changes. They're very slight because look, the roof is not that high. I need to do a couple more things. I need to hook up the tunnels to here to make this an airtight seal, and I need to, looks like I'm gonna have to build some of these trees custom. I'm gonna try some bone meal anyway. If not, I'll just do custom trees. But before I do that, I have another job they gotta do. Is these are all the gateways down there. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna get up and down to that. I don't really have a plan yet. Probably just like a ladder and a hatch type of situation. But for now, I want to mark them because of these elevation changes, I've already sort of covered a few of them. I don't really want them covered. So first thing I gotta do is I'm gonna mark these, and then I'm gonna come back in, work on these steps, like try just with some slabs, some variation, and then we gotta do some sprucing up of the place, so to speak. We gotta make this look a little bit less just so blah. I have a bunch of different biomes. Like I have a desert biome, an oak forest, and a birch forest, and a taiga, and all that kind of stuff that's going to be going in. We're going to take some time to do all that, but at least let's get started. I need to airtight this place. I mean, my villagers can't breathe in the void, the vacuum of space, right? So I'm going to put in this, and that way there is a seal. Now, I did actually seal these passageways. See the one I'm looking at over there that goes out to the ring? So that's all sealed. So out with a few exceptions, just a couple rare exceptions, like the very top of this place is actually airtight, which is going to be really good because after this video, I'm going to be going to work on my 5,000 day lore movie, and it's going to be like a long animated movie. I mean, look, animated my style. Don't expect Pixar, okay? Anyway, I'm going to be working on this animated movie that's going to tell the story going forward after this, and a big part of it, obviously, I don't think this is a real shock to anybody, but a big part of it is that I'm going to have to move the story forward, and that's going to be going into modern times, into space. So this has worked out really well that these villager changes happened right now, so I could really dive in, work really hard on the space station, and get this place less bare bones and more actual, like an actual build. I think this place is really coming along. Well, I got my lab actually all enclosed, and one of the only spots that's still open to outer space is right here, and we're just going to say that these round portals, again, like I mentioned earlier, are some sort of force field, like a Star Wars-esque inspired force field, because I have a few more down here. If you look down in this area, like for example, like right here, you can fly in. There's one, and you know, that's just for ease of transport. Right here, here's four more, and these, I need to have these open, you know, for point of what we're doing, but that's okay. We're just going to say that they're force fields that you can fly through, but the air stays in, and that will mean the only place I have that's not closed to outer space is just that one lab, and we're, you know, fictionally saying it's closed off as well. So I think we're in a really, really, really good place for this. I need to look around and see if there's any other small, slight finishing touches that I want to do before putting a cap in this 5,000 days, which, if you're following the lore, that's halfway. That means we are halfway officially through this series. Oh my goodness, how did that even happen? Spent a little bit of time here in this way because this has been a sort of major walkway for a really long time, and I've just never done anything. So I just planted some little very manicured trees. I didn't want out of control or tall trees. These are supposed to be cut down. Someone is obviously a gardener here and taking really good care of them. Next thing I'm going to do for right now, and I may end up regretting this later, but this is kind of a to finish stuff for now sort of project that I know I'm going to come back in and probably end up removing this grass and yelling at myself for doing it. But I'm just going to bone meal some small grass in all of these little biomes I did, because a lot of these, well, basically none of these biomes are done. Like you see, I did these little, you know, these little nice little areas here, but this, you know, you can't tell this is a mangrove swamp, which is kind of what's supposed to be outside of those two mangrove trees. So what I need to do, and I just don't have time this episode or this block, is I'll come back in and I'll really biome these up, like really do everything that you need in a mangrove junk with a lot of mud and all that kind of stuff, but I just didn't have the time right now. But that's okay. I mean, you know, we're not going to get this all done. I just want to get it in place because I want to let you know that whenever I do the world tours for this world so far, I am going to be giving out a world tour for both Java and Bedrock. So if you're a Bedrock player, you can snag one and check it out. And so, you know, I won't have all these biomes done for that tour, but at least I have a little bit of grass here, so it's not just nothing. You know, I don't want it to be just nothing. Will this grow? No, I don't think it will grow. I'm going to have to probably end up doing like a lot of custom trees, because a lot of these trees just won't grow because the ceiling is just too low. And, you know, okay, we'll get to it. Today's question or comment of the day comes from WhoDatKing44. If you have not went back and checked out Realm of Vastin, you're missing out. I watched 2 full seasons already and am on episode 35 or so of season 3. Beautiful and amazing world. I picked this comment because we are starting Realm of Vastin again at the time I'm recording this tomorrow, possibly actually the same day this video comes out. I'm so excited. And if you've never seen the old Realm of Vast and play this, I would not recommend going back to season 1, but start at least season 2 or 3, because the builds are absolutely fantastic, and that's what we're aiming for again this round. If you want to join the Realm of Vast, it is available to all of my YouTube members and Patreons technically, though I'm trying to steer people over towards the YouTube membership just so it's all in one place. If you're ever interested, this is your chance. You can join up. It's actually Bedrock compatible, though I make no promises that it always will be, but for right now it seems like we have Bedrock compatibility, and it's a Java server for 1.20.1 vanilla. You're gonna love it. Build teams, we all do group building. It's so fantastic. I can't wait to put out the first video. It's coming soon. It'll probably be the next video on this channel. Well, I think we've done just about everything that we can do here in this space station, and, you know, all the villagers are good. There's one thing that, when I was doing that cinematic for the question and comment of the day, I forgot, is the engines. Of course, the engines are not connected at all to this thing, and I think that's going to have to be obviously something that is going to have to wait, because we are down to the very last day before day 5,000, and that's a big, you know, big monumental day. That's more important than sort of any other 1,000 episode, because it is officially halfway. I get the question all the time, what's going to happen after day 10,000? Well, we'll just have to wait and see if the world exists or not. So, you know, if Cal wins, then he's going to blow up our world, and that'll be it. But if somehow Steve Tepic manages to defeat the evil AI Cal, then this world will continue on and on and on forever. So, regardless, let's go to the overworld and check out day 5,000.